Welcome to Sea of Tactics. This series shows you how to use the features of World of Warships' many battle maps to pave a path to victory. Today, we're taking a look at the Faroe Islands map. With their otherworldly scenery, the Faroe Islands are home to a huge population of birds and cute sheep. The only thing missing is epic naval battles and awe-inspiring explosions. No animal was harmed during the making of this Sea of Tactics episode. Map facts. The Faroe Islands map is available for Tier 7 to 10 ships and super ships. It comes in two game modes: Domination mode with 4 key areas and Domination mode with 3 key areas. Let's not forget the spawn points, which are here and here. Now meet our seasoned experts who will show you some useful tips and tricks. Key points. Right away, players will notice the 4 landmasses in the corners. They significantly reduce the available space for making evasive maneuvers and retreating to safety. This forces the teams to stand their ground. Another striking feature is the group of islands in the center, forming an arena for destroyers and cruisers. This is an extremely dangerous area and should be ventured into with caution. The central belt of the map is filled with islands that can provide excellent cover for cruisers. Ships with high-firing arcs can also dish out serious damage from safety. The northwest area is suitable for open sea combat. The southeast part also allows for open sea battles, but to a lesser extent, since the group of tiny islands can provide cover to ships with good maneuverability. Fun fact: the Faroe Islands map is inspired by the sites and locations of the real-world Faroe Islands archipelago. While not faithful to the positioning and shapes of the actual islands, the map contains all the details needed to faithfully capture their real-world atmosphere. Time to talk tactics. While the key areas might seem ripe for the taking, avoid contesting them in the beginning stages of battle, especially the central one. Use the islands to position yourself at safe points and hold your position. In the meantime, reconnaissance is key, so ships with hydroacoustic search should put it to good use to identify enemy location. Surveillance radar can also hinder any enemy destroyers attempting to advance to key areas. Once you establish where the enemy is located, you can take charge of the battle situation more confidently. Firstly, ships suited for open sea combat should concentrate on these areas to engage and hopefully fend off opponents. Simultaneously, other ships should wait for the opportune moment and find optimal angles to attack and chase enemy ships out from their cover. Once the enemy scrambles to reposition, you can enter the key area and switch to a direct offensive. Historical fact: the Faroe Islands have a rich nautical history, as they have been settled by Scandinavian seafarers since the 9th century. In World War II, they were an important strategic point as they controlled access to the Atlantic Ocean. As such, they were under the protection of the British Navy to prevent Germany from taking control of them. Formations. Open sea destroyers should gun for the edges, while other types should carefully scout for enemies staying in their half of the map. Cruisers should position themselves in the safer regions behind the islands and wait there for the right moment. Battleships should diverge on these spots and find the most suitable angles to flush the enemy out of their cover. Aircraft carriers, it's your turn to shine. You can use your planes to spot enemies easily, and you can approach them from behind the islands to disrupt the opening deployments and displace any ships lying in wait in island positions. Similarly, submarines can sneak behind the enemy lines safely and disrupt the enemy formations, and even cause some serious damage. Remember that ships anchored next to the islands don't have much maneuvering room. Captain, now that you're armed with these tips and tricks, it's time to dominate your opponents in the Faroe Islands map. Are there any tactics that we might have missed? Be a sport and share them in the comments. If you found this video helpful, why not click the like button, and more content like this will be on the way.